What's going on, family? I'm Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. We're going to continue to examine 100 years of World Championship fights. Now, we're going to go back to 1959, April 12th. Carlos Ortiz, great Puerto Rican lightweight, would take on Kenny Lane, New York's Madison Square Garden, for the vacant junior welterweight championship belt. Carlos Ortiz would become the lightweight champion of the world when he would defeat Joe Brown. Let's take a look at this fight between Kenny Lane and Carlos Ortiz, New York's Madison Square Garden.
Lane for the vacant light welterweight championship. New York City, 12th of June, 1959.
Style with his right extended, and he's considered, all left-handers are considered rather awkward to handle. This is for the world title, and three very popular and very famous champions, or former champions, were introduced at the start. And the winner of this fight will be crowned champion. Should be an action fight. Both men leading a lot. That's what the fans like. A lot of action. Straight kidney punches. 1 minute to go in round one. The regular welterweight limit is 147 pounds. These men agree to come in 147 pounds under the regular limit. That means junior welter. Good hard right to the body of Ortiz. Lane has a habit of grunting when he throws it. 10 seconds to the end of round one. Lane very strong inside. That's the end of round.
Now, both these men would train at Gleason's Gym on 3rd Avenue, 149th Street in the Bronx. Oh, beautiful knockdown by Carlos Ortiz. And he called it a slip.
Lane appeared to be off balance. Back on his heels when hit. It's an official knockdown.
Okay, so they called it a knockdown. So far, it's 10-9 for Carlos Ortiz. A beautiful right hand thrown by Carlos Ortiz.
Ortiz has a swelling on his right eye. Ortiz in black.
Carlos Ortiz was a great lightweight champion. I knew him in Gleason's gym in Brooklyn, New York. Used to have conversations with him all the time. He was a trainer for a good friend of mine, Stephon Johnson, R.I.P. to him. He died in the ring when Vince put away. Carlos Ortiz, after his career, would be a taxi cab driver in New York.
It wasn't a stunning blow that knocked him down. He was skidding back on his heels and was off balance, and any kind of a punch would have floored him, but that's an official knockdown.
He would retire officially in 1972 after a loss to Ken Buchanan. Oh, good punch.
The doctor talked to the referee, trying to stop the fight. The referee is talking to the doctor. A lot of confusion here. The fight is over, and it's a TKO because of a bumping of heads, apparently.
Carlos Ortiz is the new junior welterweight champion of the world.
At the sudden stoppage.
Great fighter, Carlos Ortiz.
Kenny Lane bleeding.
Wins on a technical knockout.
Right eye. The winner at the end of the second round by a TKO and the junior welterweight champion of the world, Carlos Ortiz.
Now, Edith Joffrey would be recognized as the bantamweight champion of the world when he would defeat Pyro Raro of Italy, 1961. Very good fighter was Edith Joffrey. Southpaw Vincent Salvador becomes champion when he defeats Sugar Ramos, 1964. Brilliant fighter he was. Vincent Salvador. Gabriel Flashalorte takes on Harold Gomez, and he becomes the junior lightweight champion of the world. Brilliant Filipino southpaw reminds me of Manny Pacquiao. But this young man could fight. He'd be in the ring with Sandy Saller, defeating him once in a non-title bout, and was stopped in the second bout for the featherweight championship of the world. December 7th, 1963, Joey Giardello defeats Dick Tiger, and he becomes the middleweight champion of the world. He would lose to Dick Tiger in a return go. But Joey Giardello was an outstanding Philadelphia fighter, although born in Brooklyn, New York. June 1st, 1963, Willie Pastrana would defeat Howard Johnson and become the lightweight champion of the world. February 25th, 1964, Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali, would become the brand new heavyweight champion when he would dethrone Sonny Liston in 7 rounds. Miami. Muhammad Ali would be a beginning of a new era. July 8th, 1959, Joe Becerra would become champion when he would defeat Alfonso Jaime. Very good fighter this young man was. March 18th, 1959. Davey Moore would take out Hogan Kid Bassie, become the bantamweight champion of the world. Davey Moore would become the featherweight champion of the world. I make that correction. When he would take out Hogan Kid Bassie. August 24th. Old Bones Joe Brown would become brand new lightweight champion of the world when he would defeat Wallace Bud Smith. August 24th, 1956. Wallace Bud Smith would become champion when he would defeat Jimmy Carter. May 27th, 1960. Benny Kid Paret would become the brand new welterweight champion when he would defeat Don Jordan. This would be in a tournament Carmen Basilio would move up in weight to challenge Sugar Ray Robinson. Title would become vacant. Virgil Akins, Benny Kid Paret, Don Jordan, Vince Martinez, Izzy Logard, Rory Calhoun, many others would be involved in this tournament. Here you have Don Jordan and Benny Kid Paret. December 5th, 1958. Don Jordan would defeat Virgil Akins for the vacant welterweight championship of the world. January 22nd, 1960. Boston's Paul Pender would become the middleweight champion of the world when he would dethrone the great Sugar Ray Robinson. And then he would beat him again in the rematch. And that would be Ray Robinson's last middleweight championship belt. Paul Pender would lose his belt to Terry Downs. Then he would regain it. Then he would lose once again to Gene Foreman. October 10th, 1962. Fighting Harada would become a flyweight champion of the world. Fascinating little fighter from Tokyo was Fighting Harada. December 15th, 1962. Julio Loy would become the junior welterweight champion when he would defeat Eddie Perkins. And then Loy would lose his title. Carlos Ortiz. May 12th, 1962. Harold Johnson of Philadelphia would gain recognition of light heavyweight champion when he would outpoint Doug Jones. Archie Moore would be stripped of his title. Harold Johnson would become the new light heavyweight champion of the world. September 25th, 1962. The Ugly Bear, Sonny Liston, would become the brand new heavyweight champion when he knocked out Floyd Patterson in one round. Sonny Liston would lose his crown in 1964 to Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali. October 21st, 1953, Carl Bobo Olsen would become middleweight champion of the world when he would defeat Randy Turpin. It was an elimination bout when Ray Robinson would give up the crown, 1952. September 8th, 1950, Sandy Sadler would become the featherweight champion of the world when he would dethrone Willie Pep, New York's Yankee Stadium. November 15th, 1952, Jimmy Carruthers of Australia would defeat Vic Torwell, South Africa, and he would become the brand new bantamweight champion of the world. October 15th, 1952, Jimmy Carter would get back his lightweight championship belt when he would defeat Mexicans Lauro Salas. Beautiful fighter was Jimmy Carter. June 29th, 1955, Wallace Bud Smith would defeat Jimmy Carter and become the brand new lightweight champion of the world. He would lose the crown to Old Bones. Joe Brown. June 10th, 1955, Carmen Basilio would knock out Tony DeMarco, Syracuse, New York, 12th round to become the brand new welterweight champion of the world. March 21st, 1963, Sugar Ramos would become the featherweight champion when he would defeat Davey Moore, knocking him out in 11 rounds. Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. All great fights and all great fighters will never be forgotten on my channel. 100 years of world championship fights. Will continue. Thanks for watching. Salute. July 11th, 1961. England's Terry Downs would become the middleweight champion of the world when he would defeat Paul Pender. He would stop Paul Pender in 9 rounds.